Hello friends, you are watching Tax Dosti videos and we are doing a series on the judgment given by Sindh High Court in the civil petition number 4614 of 2022 where 208 petitioners had uh, contested section 7E of Income Tax Ordinance 2001, a section which levies tax on holding property above the value of 25 million. So the judge is giving his arguments why he thinks that section 7E is a valid law, and the petitions will be finally rejected in this case. But it's important that we are seeing what is the legal logic behind finding this section 7E as valid. In paragraph 12, when you're watching part 12, lastly, coming to the issue regarding competency of the federal legislature, the judge is discussing the power of the federal government to levy such tax. The case of the petitioner is primarily based on the ground that the federal legislature has no jurisdiction or authority or competence to levy any tax on immovable property in terms of entry 50 as above. According to them, post 18th Amendment, this authority now vests exclusively in the provincial legislature, whereas in essence the impugned levy is in fact a tax on property and not a tax on any income generated by the petitioner. So the judge is repeating what the petitioners have argued in front of him, that the constitution in entry 50, after the 18th Amendment, the provinces can levy tax on the capital value of property, whereas this section 7E is in essence a tax that is not on income, but it is rather a tax on property. So now the judge will proceed with his arguments. On the other hand, the case of the respondent federation, that is the FBR, and the government have responded in front of the judge, is that it is not falling is not a tax falling within entry 50, but it is a case of deemed income. It is not tax on property, it is not tax on income, it is tax on deemed income on a resident taxpayer falling within the competence of federal legislature under entry 47 of the 4th schedule of the Constitution of Pakistan. From pursual of section 7E, it appears that firstly it is a provision which has been incorporated in the Income Tax Ordinance 2001 by way of Finance Act 2022, and provides that only resident person shall be treated to have derived as income chargeable to tax. Have derived meaning that it is deemed income. Under this section, an amount equal to 5% of the fair market value of the capital asset situated in Pakistan held on the last day of the tax year. So, it is deemed income, meaning that it is assumed that if a person holds a file or a plot or a house which he has not given on rent, then he has earned 5% income, and that 5% is calculated with reference to the fair market value of that immovable property, which is called capital asset. And this fair market value is equal to the FBR immovable property values given on FBR website, and it is situated in Pakistan, and it is held by him in the last day of the tax year, in this case 30th June 2022. It is not denied that a tax on income can be levied by the federal legislature under entry 47. Now, what is to be seen is whether an income could be deemed to have arisen to a resident person so as to levy a tax on such income. So, judge is asking on behalf of petitioner, let's see if such a resident person who is holding a plot and file and is not actually earning income on that, can the government levy a tax and consider artificially that he has earned income. The concept of deemed income is not alien to the taxation laws in the country, including Income Tax Act 1922 and Income Tax Ordinance 1979, and presently the Income Tax Ordinance 2000. These are the laws This law 1922 was applicable from 1947 to 1979. Then 1979 law was applicable till 2001, and from tax year 2002 till now income tax ordinance 2001 is applicable, and all these laws deemed income concept was there. This concept of deemed income has been accepted and approved, whereby the courts have upheld such deemed income for the purpose of levy of tax as being tax on income, which means that tax on income and tax on deemed income is the same. So we will continue this discussion in our next part 13. We have made these videos in small parts so that you can easily first go along with us as we read the judgment of the court, and then you can decide for yourself what was the logic, and some explanation is added by me. I am your tax dost and tax host, Anthony Williams. See you in part 13. You are watching part 12.